Hello guys, welcome back to Spooktober. This is my outfit for Halloween 2020 and I'm wearing it right now. And for today's accessory, I have a mushroom choker. This is a tiny mushroom. And my earrings are not matching today because I can't be tamed. Today's case is about Korea's once top K-pop manager that ended in a deadly incident. And it's going to spark a talk about kap and ul, we call in Korea, meaning the employer and the employee, aka the topic of abuse of power. Although I love K-pop music and the industry itself, it is tough behind the scenes. They say the management job is really not a glamorous thing. It's overworked, it's low pay, long hours, and oftentimes poor treatment. I just want to say big thank you to our sponsor today that allows me to continue making these amazing content for you guys. And today's sponsor is by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people just like me. Right now, I am personally interested in the videos on budget by Christopher Rhodes. Because I am on YouTube and making videos, I want to upgrade my content without breaking the bank. There's pretty much any type of classes that you want to take on Skillshare: illustration, graphic design, photography, marketing, productivity, freelance, craft, web development, whatever you are into. So if you guys want to learn singing, do you guys want to learn about astrology or psychology, they have it all here. Especially during COVID when everyone's staying home, this is the perfect time to learn something every single day. Most of the classes on Skillshare are about 60 minutes. It's pretty short, and if you could watch something every single day and learn something every single day, that is just going to change your life. Skillshare is also affordable. Yearly subscription is less than $10 a month. First 1,000 people to click on my link in the description box below, you guys will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. So let's talk about the hierarchy system in the entertainment industry. It is often known that higher position people will treat the lower position people very harshly, and this is actually true because when I was in the industry and when I had a company, I shared this story many times, but I remember like one of our female manager was being yelled at and cursed at over the phone, and it was so loud, like everyone in the car heard it, and I just did not know that it was that bad. And there's probably a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that I even haven't seen. We're gonna be talking about once Korea's top K-pop manager, Peyongsu. It was said that he was so good at what he done that anytime he sees a talent, he's able to bring that talent out of them and make them a star, famous star. So anyone that he debuted, anyone that he was working with, they actually became a top star in Korea. Manager Bae actually started off managing for singer Kim Hware in the late 80s and eventually worked his way up to managing Korea's top K-pop stars and actors such as Choi Min-soo, Choi Jin-sil, Jung-hwa, and so much more. These are like top people even today. Well, they say that in the Korean entertainment system, the most powerful manager has the most inmek. Inmek means connections in Korea. As a manager, you must attend food meetings, drinks, parties, crazy schedules. You must know how to promote your artists. And that's why they say usually entertainment managers are just so strong personality. They might come off as really strong, tough. The entertainment world is so saturated and everything is like a competition even between managers. So the manager needs to be super tough in order to get their artists a spot on the stage, on TV shows, reality shows. But it seems like many people who work with manager Bae doesn't have a lot of nice things to say about him. Many people found his words or the way he talks as very harsh, rude, and some celebrities even say that he took too much percentage off the artists that he worked with. He was also known to treat his lower position workers not so nice, and people describe him of having an assertive personality, at times getting very mad and angry easily at people. There's also many comments of people remembering him being a very rude person in restaurants, but if you see all the comments about this case, a lot of people are not sympathizing for him, which I think that's sad as well. Now one day, manager Bae met a man named Jun. We're gonna call him Jay. Jay was 20 years old and he was willing to work in the entertainment industry, and manager Bae found him to be a good candidate to work as a road manager. Bae claims that Jay looked like someone who will work hard, and since he was also a smaller figure, he'd work well with female celebrities. I think this means that in order for the road manager to be a male, you need to not look like a creep, not look like someone that's going to take advantage of any female female celebrities. So Jay was ultimately hired to be Choi Jin-sil's road manager. Choi Jin-sil used to be one of top Korea's actress. Road manager is someone that is with the celebrity 24/7. They drive them to places, they bring food, they pretty much bring anything that the celebrity needs. They're considered the lowest position in the management or the staff because they basically just need to do anything that anyone says. And it is actually known very well within the industry that road managers are really treated poorly. I actually did a video about this if you want to know specifics, but they are overworked, they only sleep like 1 or 2 hours a day, they also have very low pay. It seems like manager Bae and Jay got along, especially in the beginning, but after a while it seemed like manager Bae started to show his true personality to Jay. Now Bae had his own management company and a building where celebrities and staff were there training, practicing, and things like that. A lot of the staff members in Bae's company noticed that the celebrity and staff members' personal belongings and jewelry, money were going missing. It seems like someone was stealing within the company. So Bae started to accuse Jay of stealing people's personal belongings. Now we don't know if this part is true, that Jay actually was the burglar or someone else was, or he was just innocent and was being accused. We really don't know. But ever since then, this is when Bae started to really dislike Jay and everything that he did. People say that Bae would yell at Jay for every little mistake, and anything Jay did, Bae just looked down upon. Manager Bae also yelled and criticized Jay in front of the staff members, making him feel embarrassed in pretty much every way. Less than a year working as a road manager, this is when Bae fired Jay. Jay was just so angry and he did want to get back at Bae, but Bae was like a top manager by then, and because actress Choi Jin-sil blew up, Bae's position also went to the top. In Korea, especially in the entertainment industry, it's so hard to stand up to someone that is in a higher position because they have all the connections, and eventually you're bound to meet each other because the entertainment industry is really small, so you never want to get on the bad side of anyone. After Jay was fired, it seems like he had a really hard time emotionally. They say that he wasn't working, he was spending all his saving money on games and just like playing around and things like that, probably alcohol. He ran out of all his savings, and they say he had about $10,000 in debt at one point. So this is when Jay decided to go back to his road management and that he just wanted one more chance at the entertainment industry. He started working on his own as a road manager. So one day, Jay ran into Bae probably at some kind of studio or broadcasting network. And this is when Bae saw Jay. He said, "You have no skills to be a manager," once again embarrassing him in front of other people. This was pretty much the last string for Jay. His pride and ego seemed crushed, and he ultimately decided to get back revenge on Bae. So this is when Jay had a friend named Kim Young-min. We're gonna call him Min for the story. Min was a 23-year-old and they met at a adult game room, and they say Min also had a criminal past history, and this is why Jay asked Min to be his criminal partner. He told Min that manager Bae was rich, had a lot of money, knew a lot about his personal life and patterns, and that they could make a lot of money trying to rob Bae because they were probably broke and they needed money desperately. It was on December 11th at 11 p.m. They rented a car and got some items for their attack and went to Bae's apartment. Bae was not home, so they intruded into his apartment and started to wait for him. 30 minutes later, this is when Bae came home and they decided to knock him unconscious. The two criminals took Bae into his bedroom, woke him up, and threatened him for his credit card information and PIN number. Bae actually resisted and did not tell them any information. As you could tell, Bae's personality is really strong. He was in a life and death situation and he still did not want to give his bank information. It was said that Bae actually started lecturing Jay and the other criminal, Min, and once again was talking down to him and shaming him at the moment. This is when Jay was just triggered. I guess he just could not believe that at this moment Bae was again lecturing him, and this is when they both started violently beating him up. Being desperate, Bae eventually gave up and gave him the credit card numbers and the PIN numbers, but Jay remembered that Bae knows my face, obviously, and he's probably gonna call the police and make my life miserable again. And that's when he decided to just strangle Bae and kill him for good. Unfortunately, Bae passed away right then and there, and they took his body to a secluded area and disposed the body. Of course, after December 11th, Bae's family could not reach him, his co-workers, and they were worried about him, but they knew that Bae had a personality mentality of kind of going missing at times. So they reported to the police him missing 1 week later on December 20th. Meanwhile, Jay went to the bank and took out Bae's money worth around about $40,000. I'm actually surprised because this case happened a long time ago, like back in 1996, and apparently in the banks they still had CCTV. Also, the bank staff noticed that there were young people in their 20s taking money out from a bank account that did not belong to them. Eventually, with all this information, police started trimming down and they knew that the possible suspect could be the former road manager, Jay. On December 23rd, a police that was patrolling in the highway saw Jay's car and started a car chase. Inside this car was Jay, Min, and 2 other females that eventually turned out to be prostitutes, and they said that they were just paid a lot of money in order to just go skiing with them. So Jay and Min were actually spending money on girls, vacations, ski. Eventually, Jay was able to outrace police and they were hiding in some apartment. And this is when Jay and Min just got really scared and they said, hey, let's just turn ourselves into the police. I can't hide anymore. So the next day, which was the day before Christmas, Jay and Min turned themselves up to the police and confessed to the crime that they were the ones who killed manager Bae. Fast forward, they were actually sentenced to life imprisonment for their crime, but for some reason, I think due to appeals and his good behavior, Jay's sentence was actually reduced to 20 years. So actually, he was released last year in 2019 because 20 years has passed from this case. So yes, he's free walking man, I guess. But they say Min is still in prison till this day. Now, like I said, shockingly, many people comment that they actually don't sympathize with manager Bae because he technically got what he deserved. I know that Bae probably had a really hot-headed and he treated his staff member really poorly, but you know, he was murdered. So let's not put like disrespectful comments. I don't know, that's just my opinion. But anyway, this sparked the topic of poor treatment, especially within the entertainment industry with the hierarchy system. They say that this hierarchy system needs to change within celebrities, within higher position managers, treating people who are infamous or newbies or lower position managers with respect. So I just want to give a little bit of insight of why this hierarchy or this like poor treatment is so dominant or well known within the industry. And this could just have to do with, like I said, with just who you need to be within the industry because everything is about competition here. There also used to be a big gift culture within like big businesses because if you gift someone, you're basically asking them for big favors. But because there were so many problems with this gifting, bribing kind of thing, there's actually a law that passed and you cannot gift more than like, I think, a couple $100s to someone because it's considered bribing. Besides that, there's also the respect for the elders culture in Asia. So yes, like the road managers who are like only young 20s cannot speak back to someone that's like 40 or 50, someone that's way older than you, that's been way in the industry for a long time. So let me know what you guys have thought about this case. I know that this whole mistreatment thing has been a hot topic recently. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because I reply to all my early birds, and have a magical day.